Hello there. We're going to do the other side of the energy of life. So, what we're going to be dealing with is photosynthesis. But in order to make the most sense of photosynthesis, we have to review cellular respiration, as these two processes are quite opposite one another. Remember, cellular respiration starts with the glucose from our food. Break that down, diffuses into the cell. We're going to go through three major processes to get ATP from that glucose. We're going to go through glycolysis, the citric acid cycle, and the electron transport chain. Remember that the electron transport chain through chemiosmosis is going to produce a great deal of ATP. Photosynthesis is the opposite of these processes, starting with the electron transport chain, going through a cyclical set of reactions, and then putting basal materials together to form glucose. The energy at the start of the electron transport chain in photosynthesis comes from the sun. Let's take a look in greater detail. So, autotrophic organisms, those that can feed themselves or photosynthesize, converting radiant light energy to chemical energy of food. The first thing we got to do is figure out where this happens. So we're going to go very typically, okay? So where does this typically happen? So here we have a generalized leaf. We've got a leaf. We're going to take a small piece of that cross section and look at it from the cut angles. So this is the top of the leaf. This is the bottom of the leaf. Okay, and this would be one of the veins in the leaf. Okay, most of the photosynthetic material is going to be in this layer. Okay, referred to as the palisades mesophyll. Okay, referred to as the palisades mesophyll. We have got a great deal of concentration of these organelles. And those organelles are called chloroplasts. Okay, chloroplasts now are the photosynthetic cousin of the mitochondria. Okay, double membrane, but instead of a folded inner membrane, we have a series of stacked sacs that are flattened and pressed one on top of the other. Remember, when Mother Nature needs a lot of space in a small place, she's going to fold it, she's going to twist it, she's going to stack it, and she's done that here. Okay. The chloroplast is the photosynthetic organelle. It has the photosynthetic chemical called chlorophyll and some other chemicals we're going to get into at a later time. Here's an electron micrograph of the chloroplast, and you can see then that we have a diagrammatic representation of the chloroplast from what we know of its electron micrographic anatomy. So the chloroplast has three major parts: a stroma fluid in the deepest part, the thylakoids, these are the individual flattened sacs, and stacks of those flattened sacs are called grana. Okay, I'd like to bring you back to this. So here is one thylakoid, one of the flattened sacs. A stack of these thylakoids is referred to as a grana, okay, or singular a granum. Okay. And the fluid around all of this material is called the stroma. Okay, I would like to make an analogy, if you would. If the thylakoids were individual pancakes, the grana would be stacks of pancakes, and the stroma fluid would be the beautiful syrup on the yummy pancakes, which is going to make some sense to us because the stroma is eventually going to be where the sugar is produced. Let's take a look at that in the next video.